Martha? Why did you say that name?
Hello and welcome back to the Third Channel Podcast,
where we delve into the horror franchises you love from the perspectives of a lifelong horror fan
and a newbie to the genre. I'm PJ.
And I'm Derek.
And today, the only thing we're here to talk about is horror. Now, what's funny is I was going to make a joke there, and I was going to do the whose line is it anyway bit, and I was going to say, welcome back to the Third Channel Podcast, where the horror's not scary and the movies aren't movies. Because that is the well of despair we have found ourselves in as we discuss Hellraiser. Hellworld. You said something maybe 10 minutes ago to Ty. And it's both true. It's also sad. And as a bonus, it makes me want to end my own life. Wow. And that you said, we keep watching these movies. And every so often we'll see one. And we're like, oh God, that was terrible. Like, there's no way that's not the worst movie we've ever covered on this show. And then, you know, we kept in our head like, well, Hellraiser's coming up.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
It's one of those things where, like, I feel like we had those big moments with the Leprechaun franchise of like, oh, these get really bad.
Yeah.
But still, I knew
that
these were just...
It's like this and Texas Chainsaw are the two I've been the most worried about.
Yeah.
Because they go on forever. They get worse and worse and worse as they go on. And then there's a tepid network, like streaming network remake that's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But after this franchise, good news, guys, we're done. Yeah, I'm throwing all of this equipment into a barrel, covering it in kerosene, and melting it into scrap.
Huh. That reminds me of a scene from this film.
Oh, hey guys, producer Ty is here with us.
Hey guys, it's JG Wentworth. You need your money, I got it, and you're not getting it.
877, why the fuck did I come over here? Well, I'll tell you why he came over here.
Story time.
Yeah. Derek Rosenberg, the co-host of the Third Channel Podcast, absolutely adores meta humor. I've said it before on the show. Derek's comedy is light years ahead of anything anyone else can guess. He has jokes within jokes woven, planned in his calendar to make in 3 months, where it'll be a vague reference to something you said and have long forgotten. His comedy is amorphous and ever changing. Now,
and mostly for myself.
And mostly for you, yeah. So as a bit on that, to be mostly for himself, he's been listening. I've been listening. We listen to the show for quality, but also because it's nice, you know, you get to reminisce about old times.
I like to see how far we've come.
Yeah, well, and
how
we have.
far we've fallen.
Yeah, we apparently in one of the earliest episodes, maybe the very first episode or episode 0, maybe one of the Scream episodes, but back when producer Ty would sit with us and record these all with us in the studio before he decided that his life was better worth living somewhere else.
Yeah,
goddamn right.
We made a joke about this movie, Hellraiser, Hellworld, insofar that Henry Cavill, famous for playing The Witcher, gets well, I'm just gonna say he gets blown in this movie. His character gets some fellatio.
Wait, that's who the guy is in The Witcher?
Yeah, no. What is it? Is it Liam Hemsworth?
Yeah.
I was going to say Jake Gyllenhaal, but that's wrong. It's a famous brother.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we make that joke. And Ty was like, wait, what? And we were like, yeah, there's a movie where Henry Cavill plays like a teen survivor and he gets a blowy. And Ty was like, that's insane. I'm going to have to watch this one with you guys. And we laughed and laughed and laughed. Well, here we are over a year later, closer to a year and a half later. And we were like, hey, Ty, by the way, we made a marginal reference to this film one time time, and you said that you wanted to see it, so you got to come over to our house, give us 5 hours to watch and record an episode about this movie because of Henry Cavill. So Ty, at the end of all of that, my question to you is, and it's a simple yes or no, was this worth the joke?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I think. Now, this will be interesting. Derek, was this worth the joke to you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, I can see that. I can see how it'd be worth it for you. More so than me.
Oh yeah,
because you guys knew what I was coming into. Like you knew what I was walking into on this one, and like the true bad friends that you are, you just kind of let me walk headfirst into a bullet. So I was like, all right, cool.
To put it to you this way, it's like if every day when you woke up, you set your hand on a table and you hit it with a ball-peen hammer as hard as you could. Every day. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. You're going to dread doing it, but you do it every day. And a year and a half later, you tell a friend of yours, hey, come hit your hand with a ball-peen hammer. And they're like, what? Okay, if you're saying it's fun, I guess. And they do it, and they're like, oh my God, this fucking sucked. And you're like, I guess I'm numb to it because I do it all the fucking time.
Well, more like you're not numb. You just don't have a hand anymore. You're beating the hand into smithereens.
But the hand in this analogy is Derek and I's minds have long gone. These films have served as a way of, like, you know how, a diabetic gets insulin pushed or somebody in massive amounts of pain might get pain medication pushed into their arm.
Or how Sage in The Boys stabs herself in the nose to give a lobotomy.
Yeah. So we've done that with these movies.
Pretty much.
Guys, if you watch a year and a half's worth of crappy films, you too can absolutely lose your mind.
Ty,
Derek,
what do you think of the Hellraiser franchise? Do you know anything about it?
How many have you seen?
Yeah.
so that was my first one.
Wow. What a one to start with.
That was the first one. My only other knowledge or connection to them is listening to you guys briefly talk about them as I'm editing and processing the episodes before they get published.
So goddamn funny.
I'm the entire time I'm expecting like some type of connective tissue because this is Hellraiser 8, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like, okay, we're 8 of these bitches in. Like they gotta be at least somehow connected. Like there's a story at least being built upon. Maybe I might not get it, but the people here, the Hellraiser fans, this is for them. And then you guys are telling me, no, none of these people have ever shown up and will not show up following this. And I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Let me give it to you this way. As part of the decomposition process of the human body, some of the first things that go are your soft tissues, your muscles, but mostly your connective tissue. So the things that would connect this movie to the rest of the franchise are all but gone because this franchise at this point is skin and bones, baby. It is. There is nothing good left. Really quickly, for the record, for our audience, I first saw this film with Derek, who also first saw this film with me in my apartment several years ago at this point. Ty's first time watching this film was this evening.
It was 30 minutes ago. Like,
none of us enjoyed it either time.
No.
Great.
Nah.
We've got that done.
Now, I will say I enjoyed this far less than I remember enjoying it because I think I have gone on record earlier in this franchise chat of saying, no, I think I kind of liked parts of Hellworld.
For more than that, you've gone far enough to leave it on record on Letterboxd. When I saw you marked it as liked. What? There's a section where you could just like or not like a movie, and you went out of your way to click that dumbass little heart. What the fuck?
Yeah, guys, if Derek can haphazardly click the like button in Letterboxd, to me, imagine how easy it would be to, I don't know, click subscribe.
Oh, that's a good point.
Click 5-star ratings.
Oh my God, you could leave a quick review.
Yeah, listen to what we're talking about. Listen to the pain we go through to make this content. We dragged Ty out of bed this morning to come watch a terrible movie.
Down from the attic.
Now, here's another bit about Derek's sense of humor, for the record, is that we knew that Ty hadn't seen any other Hellworld movies or Hellraiser movies. No, this is the Hellworld franchise now.
Right.
But that's part of the joke.
Because mind you, guys, if you're thinking, oh, I was in on this, I completely forgot. I didn't even remember.
Of course you forgot.
Tangentially, making that comment.
And you know what's funny is if he hadn't listened to those early episodes, this wouldn't happen.
And I'm here. I'm in the studio. I'm sitting on the couch watching the movie. Right before we start, I'm like, so is there anything I need to know? About characters? Is there more importantly, what's the reason I'm here for this episode? Is there something I need to be is there something I need to be aware of? Like, is there something, commentary wise, or just something that you think that I'd particularly like? And you're like, nah, it's just a bit. And I'm like, oh, all right, cool.
I gave you my whole day for a bit. I gave you my whole day for Hellraiser, Hellworld.
And for a second, there's always that moment like, maybe this is good. Maybe it'll be a good movie. You never know before it starts, and then it kept going. I'm like, oh.
That was the funniest thing that happened. Is it reveals that there's another reveal like 10 minutes before the movie ends, and it starts to reveal something else. He is laying on his side on the couch, and he screams from a laying position, "How much more of this movie is there?" This movie, of course, I have to set this segue up again because Ty was too mad. Hellraiser, Hellworld. Did I do it again? Yeah, good. Evil goes online.
Okay.
When five hardcore internet gamers are invited to a special party thrown by the website Hellworld, they endure a night of unspeakable terror.
This whole time, I thought Hellworld was a board game. Or like a card. There's no fucking shot.
Do you remember at the beginning when they're playing that little internet thing to get the invite is what they're doing?
Oh, I thought they were checking their email.
No, that's the game.
No, it's not.
Is like a flash point and click.
Yeah.
Newgrounds.
It's hardcore.
Oh my God.
It looked like the Scholastic website, those early games that you would play.
Yeah, that's what they built it off of.
I legitimately thought that they were just checking their email.
No, they're
I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
They're just big fans of the thing. They got this invite.
they have like a macro that runs in their inbox to make them solve the Lamont configuration. Sorry, the Lamont configuration. A lot of lore in this one, guys.
Oh, yeah, they drop a
things
lot
have
of lore.
changed.
I've never cared less about world building. It's
I
insane.
hate to correct you. It's Hellworld building. I'm sorry. It had to be said.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
By the way, if your production notes for this movie are any longer than 10 minutes, I'm going to start just playing a saxophone. Like, way over it.
Dude, I like a saxophone.
Good old Kenny G.
Hellraiser Hellworld was released straight to DVD in the United States on September 6th of 2005 after a handful of minor film festival and private screenings. It's directed by Rick Bota. It's written by Carl Dupre and Joel Sorensen.
I thought you were going to say it got released after the director held the studio at gunpoint.
Yeah.
I guess not.
Might as well. It's produced by Ron Schmidt.
I thought you were just going to say it was produced by Ron.
No.
Mm.
I have a point to make later.
Oh, okay.
In a moment.
Okay.
The cinematography for this film is done by Gabriel Kosuth, who had shot Witch House and Witch House 2, Prison of the Dead, The Prophecy Uprising, and The Prophecy Forsaken, as well as Return of the Living Dead Necropolis, and then did additional photography on Return of the Living Dead Rave to the Grave, Pulse, Mirrors, which was directed by Alexander Aja. The editor, Anthony Alder, we've talked about because he did 12 episodes of Tales from the Crypt, The House on Haunted Hill 99 remake, Hellraiser Hellseeker, Hellraiser Deader, Parasomnia, and Diary of a Serial Killer in 08.
He's lost his goddamn mind.
What kind
What kind
of
of title is Parasomnia? I think Parasomnia is way better than Deader.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
but
I've read Deader, and Parasomnia sounds like
You can't sleep because of how scared you are.
yeah. Like, oh.
The estimated budget for this film is $5 million.
Okay.
They just keep going up by like
Where'd it
a
go?
million each time.
Where'd that money go?
Director Rick Bota did Kiss the Girls in 97, Imposter in 01, and he follows this up with, or he had already done both Hellseeker and Deader before this. And then he follows this up in 2013 with a mystery thriller called Love Me, and then mostly TV work. The screenplay is by Carl Dupre. We've talked about him before. He did Detroit Rock City. He did The Prophecy 3, Incubus, which stars Robert Englund and Joey Fatone, as well as Hellraiser Hellseeker in '02. The story was written by Joel Solson, who was the producer on Hellraiser Inferno and the executive producer on Hellseeker, but he also wrote The Prophecies 3, 4, and 5, Dracula 2000 and its 2 sequels, Mimic 2, Hollow Man 2, Pulse 2 and 3, Piranha 3 Double D, and a couple of the Children of the Corn films. And then I have a apology to make here.
Oh, to whom?
To producer Ron Schmidt.
Okay.
Engelheimer?
Because for the last, because for the last 2 episodes, I have said that his name was Rob. And I think that was just a autocorrect in my notes app.
He will never know.
No, he listens to this show.
Oh, shout out to Rob Schmidt.
No, Ron.
Right.
Ron
Shout out
Schmidt.
to
Ron
Robert.
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
But he was also the
Dude, you know what's crazy? His name's my name too.
Oh,
Beans Morocco.
Bean Rocco, if you're nasty.
But Ron Schmidt was the producer on Mimic 3, The Prophecy 4 and 5, Hellraiser Deader, Hellraiser Hellseeker, I believe. And then he's the executive producer on Scream 4, HBO's Watchmen, and House of the Dragon. Which I will say, I'm currently rewatching that first season of House of the Dragon. And yeah, his name is right there in the credits.
I just imagine you're watching House of the Dragon right now to get caught up to watch Hellworld. Because you're like, well, he worked on both. I need to catch up on it. It's like,
and
wait, what?
honestly, folks, like that's a joke, but knowing Derek, that's a really funny joke because that's some shit that he would do.
Derek watched both of the Scary movies, Scary Movie 1 and 2 the other day, so that he would be caught up to watch Scary Movie 6.
6, yeah.
Was it worth it?
Now
there are a lot of callbacks, so I guess
there was, yeah.
So it was worth
And
it.
I hadn't watched those movies in a long time. And they were all about as good as you think they are. The music is done by Lars Anderson in this film, who had also done a lot of like video game scores. He did the music for 007 Nightfire from '02, Command and Conquer Generals from '03, an action comedy called Getting Hal from '03, a crime thriller Rancid, and then the video game Rise of the Kasai from '05. This film, Hellraiser Hellworld,
is some bullshit.
it originated. This is the thing that I couldn't wait for to explain, since Ty doesn't know anything about the making of these movies.
Oh, yeah.
So this originated due to a necessity to film an 8th Hellraiser film alongside Hellraiser Deader as a contractual stipulation for filming in Romania, because both productions were filmed between October and December of 2002 in order to save costs.
So do you see how this movie was shot alongside another movie in 3 months? Does that explain some stuff?
I guess in that, I mean, yes. It's nice to know that there's a reason that there's something else going on other than incompetent filmmaking. I guess
that plays a huge part in these.
No, because it's clearly incompetently made, but at least they also had, stipulations. Of trying to make, it's bad. It's hard enough trying to make one bad movie, but trying to make 2 at the same time, I understand entirely.
Rob Bota?
Rick.
No, it's Rob. Rob Schmidt and Rob Bota, the Robs. Everyone in Hollywood knows the Robs.
What's wrong with Robs?
Is what they go to, honestly. But it's...
Yeah.
God damn it. This movie sucks.
Like we said with Hellraiser Deader, Hellraiser Hellworld was based on a pre-existing script that was not connected.
Yeah,
Wait, they had a script?
Hold on. Let me explain this because Ty needs to know this. So here's the thing with the last 3 films that we've discussed. Actually, technically, it's probably the last 4 if we're being truthful. But they claimed for a couple of these that no, this was always a Hellraiser movie. We wrote the script with Hellraiser in mind. But then the last 2, this one and the one before, just come out and admit the fact that this script existed. It was a script that had nothing to do with Hellraiser. And then the studio went, well, no, unless you want to throw Pinhead in there and we'll call it a Hellraiser and it'll make a bunch of money. And they were like, well, yeah, I want my script greenlit. So yeah, go ahead. So they have to rewrite the movie to include Pinhead in it. That happened 3 times in a row that we know of.
And that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Because everything about Pinhead being in it's like, that doesn't That doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah, because if you strip it out, if you strip the Pinhead out of this, and it's like a serial killer getting revenge in a big house party, and like all the
Especially by the
psychedelics and
end,
stuff,
yeah,
that would all make sense.
Yep.
But it's like, well, why is Pinhead here? Why is it called Hellworld?
It's almost like that stuff makes it like go from probably a really bad movie to like, what the fuck am I watching? Like,
It's like, why is Lance Henriksen here? He produces the films. You know, he makes the films. He makes the stab movies. Why is he here in this one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see the confusion there.
Yeah.
But Dimension film producer Joel Soyson had written a short story called Dark Can't Breathe about a drug-induced suggestions
that's
being...
racist because the black person in this movie had asthma.
Oh, my God. I didn't make that connection.
We failed as
Yeah.
progressives.
Well...
Switch to Allstate, folks.
Mayhem!
Jake from State Farm.
Dude, the guy who plays Mayhem in the Allstate commercials, who's like, I just wrecked your car because I'm a cunt. That guy,
Yeah.
He's the star of Hellseeker, which is 2 movies ago.
No.
Did you know that?
I feel like I heard it, but like these aren't things that stay in my brain. Like I probably heard it mentioned in that episode, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then out of my head again. 'Cause
Yeah.
why the fuck would I need that
That's
information?
kind of how the events of those movies come and go from my head.
They swim like tadpoles in the murky lake of our subconscious.
But yeah, the script that he had written from his own story was then retooled by Carl Dupre into a screenplay set within the Hellraiser series, including the Cenobites and the Puzzle Box.
And I said this before, like I said this while we were watching the movie. This whole time, I thought Cenobites was a dessert. Like, I did not realize that was... I clearly wasn't listening hard enough to the previous times that you guys have mentioned
Well,
it.
yeah, because if you had been, you would know that Cenobite...
Is a member of a monastic order.
Yeah,
That's the
Yes,
definition
but
of that
instead,
one.
I thought it was a delicious mini treat.
Which, for the record, now that I've heard that,
Yeah.
I can't unhear that.
Yeah, and that's all I want.
Cenobite?
Absolutely. I've been thinking about that since before the shitty movie.
You go to a Cenobite, you go to a Cenobite, and you're like, hey, can I have some Cenobites? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then you just get like
They
fucking
hand
attacked.
you the box.
Yeah, there you go. It's like, was this real? And they're like, no, it was all a game. Ow! Wah! And it's like, oh shit, it's the fucking early 2000s.
You're actually buried alive with a breathing tube.
Oh my God.
Filming of this movie was in Romania,
And a mistake.
concurrently with Deader. And
Also a mistake.
that, of course, had its challenges because most of the crew and extras were Romanian, which you guys made some comments where it's like, yeah, a lot of the actors in this are like, well, that's ADR. They're clearly not speaking.
Yeah.
But however, it also had its benefits because Carrie Payton was still in the country after having finished Dracula 2 Ascension. So he was cast as Derek. And then that allowed them to use the decapitated head prop from that movie in this movie. They just reused the same prop.
Wow. What luck.
Efficient!
Similarly, director Rick Bota had also bumped into Lance Henriksen, who had just completed his work on Mimic Sentinel, also shooting in Romania. And so he offered him a part in this as the host.
How fucking nice of him. What a good guy.
So where did all that money go?
I don't know. Henriksen had
Into the
apparently
toilet.
he had originally been approached to play the role of Frank Cotton in the original Hellraiser in '87, but he turned down that offer in order to star in the vampire thriller Near Dark instead. Apparently, years after this film was released, a fan asked Lance Henriksen about it at a convention, but Henriksen was completely confused as he had no memory of ever doing a Hellraiser film. He recalled that Hellworld was its own original project, unrelated to a series of any kind.
Oh, man. That is how you deny some shit. That is how you deny some shit.
Apparently, during that time period, he would sometimes shoot like 8 movies a year because if you look at Lance Henriksen's like filmography,
Yeah.
like he does a bunch of these little like roles and
Really
things.
shitty movies?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like a Danny Trejo situation. If they
Yes.
offer it, he does it.
Yes. And so he pretty much just didn't remember any of the details of it.
Yeah. Could you imagine sitting there? Okay, I have a story. The guy who
I bet
plays
it's better than Hellraiser Hellworld.
the guy who plays the drunk. This is where our audience would know him from immediately. The guy who plays the drunk, like drug addict stepfather in Rob Zombie's Halloween. I can't remember that guy's name.
Okay, yeah.
But I met him at a convention, and I was like, because he plays a rival mobster who is in jail in the second season of Daredevil that Kingpin makes moves on to kill and take over the jail from, essentially. And so he is killed in the second season of the Daredevil Netflix TV show, spoiler alert, by the Punisher, who was in jail at the time. So I flipped those things in my head, and at meeting this guy at his table at a convention, I was like, I loved you in the Punisher. And he looked at me so disgusted, and he was like, I wasn't in the Punisher. And I was like, were you not? And he's like, no, I wasn't. And I was like, okay, well, have a nice day. And I walked away. And then by the end of the time, like the time I was at the convention, I was like, oh, it's fucking Daredevil. And I went to go tell him, like, he gave a shit. So can you imagine being the guy who was like, hey, you're in Hellworld, the Hellraiser movie? And he's like, I've never been in a Hellraiser movie. And it's like, well, no. Remember the big house and you had that really big earring and your performance was terrible for the first time that I had ever seen. He's like, what?
No. Get the fuck out of my face.
He's like, you were flat the whole time and you barely emoted at all, and all your line reading was tepid at best.
Yeah, and you once played a robot.
That's true.
And then last but not least, this is the last film in which Doug Bradley portrays the lead Cenobite of Pinhead.
Wait, he's a Cenobite?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why he's so delicious.
The Cenobites are the guys who have torn their faces and bodies up. It was a mistake to not show him the first one of these.
Yeah, probably.
So it's...
hindsight's 2020.
But his face is pinned.
Uh-huh. That's how he got his name.
He's the Cenobite.
No.
I'm doing wordplay.
But basically that makes him the only actor to have played the character more than once. Bradley later admitted that he did the job so many times for the money, if you can believe it, but also because of his pleasant cooperation with director Rick Bota, who had done the last 3 of these movies that we've talked about, and because he didn't want anyone else doing it. He said, quote, I was possessive about the part to a point, which we kind of talked about during Hellraiser 3, I believe, where he's playing both Pinhead and his human form. And so someone else in the scene where he plays against himself has to put the makeup on to be his double there. And he was very like, ooh, seeing somebody else in that makeup is like, no, that is mine. Feels wrong.
I get that. It's how I feel when people walk past me, for example, and they have a name tag and it says, hi, my name is Beans Morocco. I'm like, no, that's me.
Why are you surrendering to Zod?
I'm surrendering to mankind. There's a difference.
You let them handcuff you?
Wouldn't be much of a surrender if I resisted. And if it makes them feel more secure, then all the better for it.
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. How about...
So something I think that we should do with this one, right, is this movie is all based around its reveal, which is stupid and bad, but it is a reveal nonetheless. So what I submit we do is don't talk about anything else but the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Because it's the only part that's real.
It is the only part that matters. It is the only part that has any substance whatsoever. So here's my pitch. Let's spend it, we're about a half an hour in. Let's spend the next 7 minutes outside. We'll leave these mics on. We'll smoke cigarettes.
Right.
Yeah. And then we'll come back inside. We'll talk about the last 20 minutes of the movie. We'll all agree that we do not recommend it. We'll put this one in the can. What do you say, boys? No, Derek, you're going to make us talk about the whole thing?
So this movie starts...
You son of a bitch.
I gotta say, I'm with PJ on this one. I don't even smoke cigarettes. Let's do it.
We're going to start today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it starts at a funeral.
My favorite part.
Honestly, it's probably the most competent part. But not even, because then all the performances are all over the place.
And I'm actually joking. I hated that as well.
Yeah. It's a funeral for a guy named Adam. And
Who the fuck is Adam? I'm asking
he's
the whole goddamn
he's the dead
time.
guy. He's the guy.
Oh, right.
He's the guy in the coffin.
Oh, I thought that was the Cinnabons. I mean, bites. I mean,
We meet all of his friends.
All of his friends.
Which is his best friend.
Sure.
What is it? I just watched this. What's his name?
his best gamer buddy.
Kenneth? David? Keith?
Which one do you mean is
The
the best
guy,
friend?
the main guy. The guy at the end.
Jake?
Jake from State Farm.
Jake
How did I
from
forget
State
that?
Farm, yeah. So we meet Jake.
He's bad.
Yeah.
His performance reminds me of a quote that I think I've quoted it on this show before, but it's Glenn Howerton who plays Dennis Reynolds in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Where in his more dramatic roles, he's a Juilliard graduate. Like he is a consummate professional. And he talks about how in his more serious roles, his acting, he would do his best to take everything and just try to make it in the eyes, to give an eye performance, to not do a lot of facial acting, to make it really understated. And then he'd go and look at dailies and it's like, oh, I wasn't doing fucking anything. And it's like, this guy was like, I'm not doing fucking anything. Good. I'm going to keep doing nothing. I'm going to do nothing this whole movie. If I emote, it's because I put a mousetrap on my balls. You're the snap and get the performance of a century.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
I'd
it felt
agree.
like watching this movie.
Just get a balls mousetrap.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because I have, and I want to do, because some of them are actually people that we would know from outside of this.
Yes.
But like, do we just want to name drop everybody right here at the top? Like,
Yes,
just,
this
okay.
is
Okay.
not
Include
okay,
Lance
no.
Henriksen.
Yes.
Okay. We'll get, yeah, because
It's
we get to him in just a
Get
minute.
it all out now.
Okay. Jake, not from State Farm. It's played by Christopher Jackett, who was in Going the Distance, a road trip comedy from 2004.
Great.
He would later be in Possessor, which is a 2020 body horror directed by Brandon Cronenberg,
Oh, wow. Okay.
David's son.
Yeah, he's probably
Nepo
no,
baby.
he's probably no. Well, knowing Cronenberg, it's a nipple baby. But the thing about this character is that this guy, Jake, Christopher Jacobson or whatever you said, that guy in that movie, that Cronenberg movie, is probably nobody. He's probably in the background.
yeah,
And you don't see
yeah.
him for very long.
And then a horror anthology series called Slasher that I've never heard of.
Okay, great. Now move on to Allison.
Allison is played by Anna Tolput, who was in a rom-com called Run, Fat Boy Run, which was from 2007, starring Simon Pegg and Tandy Newton.
I love that movie.
She's in that, apparently.
Okay, I bet she's the ex-mom, like that's why.
She's also in a B horror movie from 2009 called The Scar Crow.
That sounds just fucking awful. Okay, up next, Kelly or whatever.
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Played by
Christina
Catherine
Aguilera.
Yes, played by Catherine Winnick, who was in a B horror movie from 2004 called Satan's Little Helper.
Hang on, no, we'll take that again. You said Catherine Winnick. It's Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, come on, man. It's Kesha. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. And she was also in an 2008 horror film called Amusement. She's apparently in The Dark Tower from 2017.
The one with Idris Elba?
Yes.
Wow.
We saw that in theaters.
Yeah, we did.
Why?
Keep in mind, oh my God, that was my experience. So you know how we dropped you into this with no context and we made you watch a movie that was subpar and then you had a lot of questions and we were angry at the end? That's how I felt knowing nothing about The Dark Tower and watching that movie in theaters with Derek. And he's sitting there going, oh, interesting. Now, he didn't like the movie at the end of it, but I got out and I was like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, it's too much to explain. And I was like, oh, good, okay.
Oh my God.
is
I
a
might
weird-
have shot Derek on the spot.
It is. I didn't force you to go to that one. That one's one that you were like, I've seen the trailers. I want to go see that.
He's a cowboy. And then Matthew McConaughey's like the devil. And it was like, oh, is this?
Wait,
is this
Matthew
a book?
McConaughey's in that?
Yeah, he's the man in
How?
black.
And that's,
Yeah, he's
it's
like
a
the
bad
devil.
movie?
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Matthew
It
McConaughey
does.
is the devil? That sounds fun.
Versus-
all right. Come
yeah.
get burned, son of a bitch. Yeah.
He did say that.
That is a crazy good impression, man. And I'm not just saying that because I don't believe it. I mean it. Okay. All right. That's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Boom. Derek.
Carrie Payton.
Somebody we know.
Gary Payton, the glove, the one that played on the Seattle Supersonics, the basketball player.
No, definitely not.
no.
Carrie Payton.
Yeah, Carrie Payton.
Oh, I was just trying to talk about something more interesting than the
Most famously, the voice of Cyborg in Teen
In
Titans.
every fucking
Like
thing.
forever.
movie. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, in like the
Cartoon.
And
the
all of
games,
the animated movies,
all of
most of the time, if Cyborg is voiced by someone, it's Carrie Payton. He's been doing that since the early 2010s.
I did not notice that.
Also in the video game Marvel Ultimate Alliance, he's the voice of Blade. In Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, he's the voice of both Luke Cage and Black Panther. In the video games Batman Arkham City and Arkham Knight, he was Azrael. And then he is in The Walking Dead as a main character in the later seasons, Ezekiel. And most recently, he is the voice of Black Samson in Invincible.
Yeah.
So a lot of voice work.
He mostly is, that's how I know of him, is he's a voice actor.
Yep.
And then we end up
A little guy.
named Clark Kent. Who plays Clark, Derek?
The character's name is Mike in this film.
What?
It is played by Henry Cavill.
Who? Superman.
He later, after this, in 2009, he's in another horror film called Blood Creek. He was in a fantasy epic from 2011 called Immortals.
The Witcher? No.
And then he would later be in 3 seasons of The Witcher. And he's in, what is this? Man of Steel.
There's an upcoming Warhammer project that I know he's involved in.
He's a big fan.
He's one of those celebrities that's much more famous than his work lends to.
Honestly, he hasn't been in like a ton. He's been in these big franchises because he's Superman and Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, and Justice League. But he was in like the live action, or he was in the like film, remake version of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He is in the Argyle. Oh, I love that movie.
I loved that movie.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, can't forget he's in Black Adam.
And he is in Black Adam.
Give it up, folks. The Rock ruined the DCEU.
The hierarchy really did change.
It did. It changed. But yeah, he's in this, guys. This is it's not his first like acting role, but it is very early in his career.
Now, what I will say is Henry Cavill, based on this performance alone, is a perfect example of what we call pretty privilege. Because without pretty privilege, he would never have worked again.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets his dick sucked pretty well. Like
How do you know?
He knows. I mean, I saw it.
No, that was acting. That was fake.
No.
That's just how good he is.
I think Ty got to him.
No, I think
Ty got him.
I think I saw. I know what that woman was doing. I saw what her face was doing.
Oh, that's why Ty doesn't like this movie. He thought it was all real.
Yeah.
Didn't you pay attention? None of that was real.
Wait, they didn't die?
No.
What the?
No, because then how would he play Superman later?
How would he do Warhammer or whatever he's doing?
Well, I thought they just took him into the sun.
How would he build computers on YouTube or whatever he does?
So up next after the funeral. Oh, well, I guess what's important to mention is that they're there for their friend Adam, who's dead. He died by burning himself to death.
Right.
Because he was obsessed with a game called Hellworld.
Right.
Which apparently is like a World of Warcraft, but instead of it being any kind of gameplay, you just solve the lament configuration over and over and over
Wait,
again.
that was the actual gameplay? I thought it was just an invitation to the party.
We're unclear.
Undetermined. But the thing we do know is
I wish
that
we
guy
knew more about that game.
I don't. I'm happy with what we do know. But what I do know additionally is that guy he's dead.
Oh.
And he died because he got burned up. And he burned himself up, and now he's in a coffin. And he looks like a dog. He looks like a Who from Whoville. He burned himself in a Scrigophilus tree.
Yeah. And
Or whatever Dr. Seuss, that racist old prick, would say.
Scrigophilus.
I made that up.
Oh.
It's a nonce.
I didn't know. I couldn't tell.
It's a nonce.
Okay. I think you've explained that on this show before.
I have. And you are a ponce.
What?
Yeah.
Ponzi?
But
scheme?
Chelsea has a
it.
kind of vision here because we start this movie with our favorite plot device, which is Chelsea wakes up from a nightmare 2 years after this funeral.
So I had a
Long-ass nightmare.
I have a cup, and I'm going to rattle it so you can hear it. It is a metal cup, like a metal tumbler with a metal straw, and it's hefty. And at the time, it was filled to the brim with cherry Coca-Cola Zero. And when she woke up and it's like smash cut into her apartment and she wakes up, I swear to fuck, I was like, no, not again. And I almost threw my cup at the TV because A, I would love to have ruined Derek's television, but B, the amount of smash cuts to people waking up that we've experienced in the last fucking month of our lives, it's like we have to stop. We need linear storytelling again.
Do you think at the end of this franchise, we're going to snap awake out of the nightmare that was?
And the nightmare is that you still have to watch all those bad movies.
So that's what I was going to say. If that is the case, if we wake up and we have to do that, I'm going to hang myself immediately.
Okay.
And if it starts over again, okay, every day I wake up, hit myself with a ball peen hammer, and then I hang myself.
Wow.
I do the second one for fun, to feel alive.
That's the sound of PJ's body hanging.
Oh my God. There's always my way. They play this video game.
I wish you guys could have seen Derek do that.
No, I wish you could.
It was amazing. You did the lean in. Yeah, they all. Okay, so Mikey shows up to
You know what
Chelsea's.
I wish?
Yes,
We didn't fucking watch this movie.
I love these episodes where Ty is here, by the way, because what it becomes is me and Ty try to make each other laugh while Derek tries to keep the show on the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also try to make Derek laugh. Ready,
Yeah.
Derek? 6, 7. Look at that.
Don't do that.
That's the date.
It is.
Yeah,
Quick shout out to our buddy Dylan,
yeah.
who, while we are recording this, it is currently his birthday.
Happy birthday, Derek.
Happy birthday, Dylan.
Happy birthday.
So whenever he doesn't listen to this, we
Yeah.
will have said that for nothing.
Yeah. Well, what you can do is if you want to contribute to Dylan's birthday gift, what you can do is you can send us money. We have links
Yeah.
to support our channel. That would be great. It would be great help for us because what we would do is any of the money that you donate to Dylan's birthday, we're going to keep.
Right.
And that's his gift, is we've kept his money. And we made him watch this movie with us.
Make no mistake, his birthday wish was for our pockets to be enriched. So
Oh, yeah. He's a good friend.
Yeah.
And he was a good friend.
That's the end of that joke. So what happens next is they all have met up, the four of them. One of them, the Adam kid, who's acting is terrible.
I thought Adam was dead.
Oh, yeah,
Adam
no,
is
you're right.
dead.
Jake. Jake. They're best buddies. Jake and Adam were bestest friends. So Adam, who's dead, his best friend Jake is there. I'm going to do that the whole movie.
I'm not joking, guys. I did not pick that up. I did not realize that they were best friends.
So
we,
Jake,
we are 2 minutes from the end of the movie, and Ty is questioning, who is Adam?
but who's Adam?
Genuinely.
Yeah, Jake expresses anger and resentment to the other four at the funeral because he loved Adam the most. Ty, Adam's the guy who killed himself.
Right.
That's why he's mad. So he's not there. But the other four, the remaining four, Allison, Derek, who are like a couple, I believe.
Yeah, it appears to be.
And then Chelsea and Mike. Look at that. I did it. And that's the only time this episode I'm gonna. They're all together at each other's houses, and they're basically trying to solve this digital game lament configuration to win an invitation to Hellworld, a party based on the game Hellworld.
Right.
So with that logic, is Hellworld the game just an orgy?
It might be.
Might be.
And if it is, the question is, would you guys play it?
Right.
I know I would.
I thought it was a board game. So yeah.
Well, in
Yeah.
that case, would you play it?
Okay, here's the question. Is Twister a board game?
Sure.
Then an orgy can be a board game. You just have to fuck on a Twister mat.
Yeah. Yeah. Put your balls here.
Ty, you ever been to an orgy?
This not for this episode.
We'll put that on Patreon.
PJ, Ty, and Derek talk about their orgy experiences. So they all win
This
the
party's
invitation.
and this party's being held at the Leviathan Mansion.
If you want to hear more about why that matters, listen to a review of
Hellbound?
Hellbound : Hellraiser 2,
Back when these movies were good.
which feels both like yesterday
Wait, what?
and a lifetime
No,
ago.
these movies weren't good. That's not. I refuse to believe.
Honest to God, man, the first 4 of these movies are very good
Ha ha.
because they were made by somebody with an actual vision.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can go for that.
And they're sexy as hell.
Dude, the amount of nipples that get chopped off in this franchise is like maybe 1 or 2. But the point is that it happens at least more than once.
I mean, we see 3 softcore porn scenes at least in this one. So
That is the thing about these two, the last 2 movies that we watched, they've had the most nudity of this entire franchise.
they become the most slashery. They
Yeah.
become the most predictably boring.
and how do you make tits boring?
They found a way, guys. So they all go to this party at this mansion.
Hosted by,
Just the host. He's never given a name.
yeah, he's played by,
Lance Henriksen.
who was in,
Omen 2
Yes.
from 1978. He is in Aliens.
Yeah.
He plays Bishop. He's in Pumpkinhead from 1988.
which I have not seen.
He was in Scream 3.
Yeah,
He
as the
plays
producer.
John Milton. And then he would also be in Alien vs. Predator the year before this movie came out. He's in a lot of other things. Like I'm telling you, go and look at his. You know who Lance Henriksen is.
Do you remember back when we would have been like, okay, let's cut. Let's go back. Nope, keeping it in. Ty just sneezed all over his own mic. Let's keep going.
I'm allergic to this movie. Sorry.
Mike is the name of Henry Cavill's character, who in this is like, whoa, look at this house that we're at, to get us back into the conversation. See, I'm the master of segues, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck this movie.
That was really good.
Nice, dude.
But yeah, they show up, and the party is, I mean, this mansion is full of people.
Full of people. Meanwhile, there are 6 cars in the parking lot.
Right.
But who cares?
Right.
Yeah, and it's covered in like 2010s. Oh, yeah, we are going to make analogous references to Saw 50,000 times in this because the entire thing is basically Saw.
Which I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so this movie comes out in 2005.
Right.
In September, a mere however many months after Deader had come out in June of the same year.
Right.
But it comes out in 2005. It's shot in 2002.
Right.
Saw, the first Saw, came out in 2004.
Okay.
So it hasn't happened when they make this movie.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Because the way that this movie is shot, the lighting, the like
architecture,
yes.
the way the whole premise is a game. Mm-hmm. You have a deep voiced guy with a very pulled back widow's peak hairstyle, blonde with an earring, in a low voice saying things like, "I'm interested in playing a game. Not I want to play a game or I'd like to, but he's like, hey, I'm pretty interested in playing a game."
And like the first person that gets killed is somebody who gets put in a torture chair.
Right. And it's like with spinning saw blades. The whole time I just figured this was the Saw ripoff.
Yeah, you would think. I don't know. No, because so Saw was originally a short film, but I think that only came out like a year before. I think it came out in like 2002, 2003, but like that wouldn't have necessarily, they wouldn't have known about that.
Because Hellseeker comes out in 2001, right?
Hellseeker's 02.
02, but it was shot earlier. Okay. Because I think we had discussed that we thought that Hellseeker was based on 9/11.
Right. But it definitely takes place on 9/11.
The story happens on 9/11.
Right.
Right. And this story happens during the events of the first Saw film.
Yeah.
They happen at the same time.
Yeah. Different locations.
Yeah. What's crazy about that, though, is that like the subway station under the house.
Wow.
If you dug straight down from the laboratory that's in this film, you would find Carrie Ewell's sawing his goddamn leg off.
Wow.
I can't wait till we talk about Saw.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get Ty back for Terrifier.
Yeah.
I've seen the first one and I saw a little bit of the second one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told us that you were disgusted and you.
No, but at least it was fun. I had way more fun watching Terrifier than this bullshit.
You shouldn't have said that. Now he's not going to want you back because it's not at your expense.
Make no mistake, it was still traumatic.
Okay. All right.
Did it in a very different way.
Yeah.
But yeah, they get there and they meet this host, Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
And he shows them around.
It's so bizarre because he opens the door and he looks around, and his performance, and I love Lance Henriksen, but his performance is terrible. And he looks around, you can tell it's just paycheck. And he looks around.
You think he's phoning it in?
I think he's phoning it in.
I think he's phoning it out.
I think he's Nokia cell phoning it in.
Yeah.
Was that the joke you were making?
Yeah.
Good job. It works. But he looks around and he's like, hey, you 5 out of the 50,000 people that are in this room, let me take you on a personalized tour of the house.
And it's like you 4 that are standing together, and then this guy who
walked off.
Well, yeah, who's by himself, but I know you guys are all related. Here, bring it in.
Hey, you guys know him? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, what are the odds? Come on. Everyone come in. So they go into this room. 3 important things happen. They keep talking about like, whoa, what a collection. Like, whoa, totally gnarly, dude. It's a collection of... I sound like fucking Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Because this movie takes place in a universe where it is unclear whether the events of the Hellraiser films have taken place. Like, are the movies in this universe? Or is it just a video game based on the history of the box?
The question is it just a video game? Is it a video game based off of the Hellraiser films?
Right.
Or is it a video game based off of real life crimes and tragedies that have happened in this world that all have to do with that puzzle box, which has taken on a lore of its own? Like the, like in myths of old, like the Sword of Death, everybody who ever owned this sword died. And it's like, is that what the puzzle box has become? They do not answer it.
Newsflash, everyone who's ever owned a sword died.
I own a sword. We did a whole cold open about it.
It's only a matter of time, buddy. Quick, do you recommend?
No, I wouldn't give you the satisfaction. Do you recommend? Like, hell yeah. Why?
No! Resuscitate him right
I
now.
have so many questions.
You must explain.
So, yeah, regardless of why.
Right.
The reason they don't answer that question, by the way, is because that's an interesting question. That would have taken an amount of brain power and creativity that this film simply
Why
did not
the
have access to.
Fuck would we do that?
Because like
When
they
we can
have
make Hellraiser Hellworld.
they have like T-shirts with Pinhead's face on it.
Yeah.
and it's just merch that like you and I could buy in the real world right now.
Well, no, because if it were the real world right now, it would say Inferno on it. And they couldn't use that.
Yeah.
Right. It's the only license that any of these fuckers can get. Oh my God. Fucking Christ. This movie. So the room is filled with like skeleton, like cat skeletons and shit. And they're like, what a collection.
Oddities.
And it's like, oh, so just anything creepy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's unexplained.
It's not too late to just go ahead and wrap the episode here, folks.
Okay. So at the end, guess what? It was all a dream.
And he's not even joking.
I kind of am. It's
Yeah.
kind of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, they a couple things happen. They all two of them, Mikey, and this is what I don't understand. Mikey and Derek each take a shot with
Right.
Lance Henriksen, and then from his family collection is what he says.
Right.
And then Mike has like he's going through tarot cards, and one of the tarot cards is Pinhead, and the tarot card is Death. And he touches it, and there's like black ink on his finger, which absorbs into his thumb. And then
Allison picks up a thing of perfume and sprays that in her face.
And then Derek smells it.
Yes.
Right. And then Chelsea and Jake do none of this.
Yeah, Jake is like, I don't drink, and Chelsea's like, I'm the one who drove, so I can't drink.
Right. So it is alluded to. I don't fucking care about the linearness of this review. Towards the very end of the movie, it is revealed here that is all some sort of psychoactive drug.
That can be ingested anyway. Like,
Why wouldn't it just be revealed that? Why wouldn't they have all just taken a shot? Why do you have to overcomplicate it? Because the problem is now you have two of your characters, Derek and Mikey, who have done two of the things.
They're double dosed.
But they don't. It's not like being double dosed suffers them a worse fate than Allison, who just sprays the perfume. So I don't understand.
And she gets it the quickest.
The quick. Oh my God, I don't understand any of this. And also that there's the question of how does Jake, who, and we'll get there, but Jake recalls all of this. But he didn't see a lot of that.
well,
but he's like,
it's like in Dungeons and Dragons where you can hear what the DM is saying, what's happening to your friends, even though you weren't there.
Yeah,
so
but
he could still see what was going on.
no, that is way too intelligent for this movie.
No.
Oh, so you're saying that Jake was metagaming?
Yes, exactly.
He's screen watching.
Yeah.
He's fucking base camping. Anyway, so they go on this tour and they end up in a laboratory. Are we cool with just this being like bare bones and angry?
Oh yeah. There's
Okay.
not There's not much to it.
So the movie ends and it goes to credits. Now, oh, okay. So they
Yes.
they travel through the bowels of this home.
Yeah, and the most that we get out of this is like a history of the house is that it is like handed down through the history of Le Marchand.
The guy who made the puzzle box.
Right. And then there's a nun that comes into it who's the only surviving member or something.
Of an order where they all took anesthesia and cut themselves to pieces.
Yeah.
The problem is that the lore that he's expositing here, none of that is real. None of it matters.
Right. And they end up in a torture basement.
Right. Filled with babies, some of whom look like Donald Trump
That's true.
because they're hunched, fat, nude,
And orange.
orange, and ugly.
Yeah. And their suits do not fit right.
No.
You have all the money in the world and you
And-
can't get a suit tailored properly.
And they have dementia.
And probably the same size wieners. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, and it was hilarious, a couple more things happen. Chelsea gets stabbed in the arm with a nail.
Yes.
Which
Randomly.
Just out of nowhere.
There's no build up to it. She doesn't nick herself on it. She is talking to Lance Henriksen, and he grabs her arm and stabs her in the forearm with a nail. And she's like, what the fuck? And she looks up and it's Pinhead. It's our first time seeing Pinhead in the film.
Pinhead, you say?
Pinhead.
Played for the last time
By Doug Bradley.
by Doug Bradley.
I'm going to go ahead and finish this. He was in Clive Barker's Where the Wild Things Are.
Nightbreed.
Yeah, and then he's in all the Hellraisers.
He's in 8 Hellraiser films.
Done. So he's... Oh, no, you had another one. Go.
He's in The Prophecy Uprising.
Great.
He's in Book of Blood, which is also based on a Clive Barker thing.
Okay.
And he's in Wrong Turn 5.
Anyway,
from 2012.
So Doug Bradley is there, and he's Pinhead, and he's like, he says something like, "You think there's no escape?" And then he fucking dabs, and he gets his arm stuck in his head. They wheel him off set, and then she's like, "What the fuck was that?" And it's Lance Henriksen again.
Pretty much every time that Pinhead shows up in this movie, he has a one-liner, and not a one-liner in the sense that like Freddy Krueger gave one-liners, but he just gives a Pinheadism. Most
That
of
makes
them
no sense.
lines that he has just said in other previous films.
Yeah, he sticks her in the arm, and he goes something like "You ate the pickle."
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah. It's like they took all of the scripts for the first 4 Hellraiser films, put that in, like stuffed them into a shotgun, fired them, and then just picked up scraps of those scripts.
And unfortunately, the shot rang out and hit the director square in the face. The brain damage to his frontal lobe led to the film Hellraiser, Hellworld.
And
Evil goes
then,
online.
And then shrapnel hit Doug Bradley and left
That's
him.
how he got all the pins.
Yep, exactly.
It's not makeup anymore.
There we go. He actually needs it to survive. Those things are keeping his head together.
But yeah, that all happens.
Yeah. I want to just point out, because BJ and I have made this comment over the last few films that we said that they had a very, on the DVD versions that we're watching right now, they have a very muddy audio mix.
Oh God.
We only thought they were bad compared to this.
It's what I said about Deader in the subway car, which is there's party music playing in the background. There's a bunch of kind of background conversation. The rocking of the subway car and the noise that makes is all in the audio mix with these people with pretty thick accents that are all speaking, and they're trying their best to speak, directed but the audio is so terrible. The audio recording is so terrible, and the mix is the worst of it because it's all the same volume. So you can't pick out words. That's in the subway car of Deader. In Hellworld, the entire first 2 acts are in a party, a mansion party. So you can't hear anything anyone is saying the
Music
whole
is
movie.
blasting the whole time.
And that's exactly what the fuck it sounded like trying to listen to them.
The amount of I just kept
I thought that was
turning
the stroke that you were having from having seen this film.
I just kept turning the volume up, and still every other moment, one or the other of you would be like, "What did he just say?"
Yeah, it's literally just like, do that noise again, but cover your mouth, because this is. And we're just like, for the record, every single person that's listening to this just turned off.
Oh yeah,
but we were like, oh my God, the amount of and I have to assume important dialogue. Because when she gets stuck
Bold
with
of you to assume that.
when she gets stuck with it, well, yeah, that's fair. When she gets stabbed in the arm with a fucking nail, Lance Henriksen is saying something.
yeah,
Like when it fades back in, he's saying something, but you can't hear it.
yeah. I couldn't tell you what it was.
And then she's just like, "You bastard!" And then everyone's like, "All right, enough. Let's go have sex with strangers."
He was like, "Okay, guys."
But yeah, he gives them those masks
Yeah,
Yeah.
The masks and the cell phones.
He said,
and the numbers.
"Let's go get a cell phone, a mask, a puzzle box, and a hot dog with a big pickle in it." This is the last chance I'm gonna get, because I'm not gonna besmirch the Hulu movie.
No,
with jokes. But so yeah, they all get. This is the way the party is set up, and it's weird, and it's overcomplicated for a
Right.
movie whose plot still has not come into play yet.
Yeah.
And is stupid. They all get a mask. Each of their masks has a number on the forehead. They're just shitty white plaster masks.
Yeah, they look like what's that dance crew?
The Jabberwockies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks
I
like them.
Yeah.
That's the end of that.
No, okay.
And I was gonna say, Ty, have you ever been to? This will only make sense for people who live in the Tampa Bay area. But have you ever been to the castle?
Yeah.
In Ybor?
Yep.
That's what this mansion party looks
Yeah,
like.
big time. Except bigger, and probably where most of the money of the movie went is to film in this location. But the masks have a 4-digit number on them to identify you to each other, because it's an anonymous sex party. So remember what I'm saying. It's an anonymous sex party.
Right.
In spite of the fact that no one's wearing their masks and you can see everyone's faces and no one except for 2 people in the entire movie are having sex at the party. But it is, as we are explained to now, an anonymous sex party. And the way you tell somebody that you're interested in having sex with them at this anonymous sex party, instead of walking up to them while wearing a mask, which would make it anonymous, you dial the fucking numbers on their mask on a Nokia cell phone that you are also handed.
Yeah.
Why?
And?
This is so complicated.
Yeah, because you have to be within eyesight in a dark room to see the numbers.
Why
and
the
then
fuck
type
wouldn't you
this out.
walk up to them, tap them, and go, hey, let's go have sex with each other?
Which is what Mike ends up doing.
Right, of throwing the cell phone out the window. He doesn't actually throw it out the window. I mean, narratively.
And then also, anytime that our group of characters here text or call each other, their names appear on the phones.
Right, which
So,
is crazy.
no longer anonymous.
And I guess as a giveaway to the end.
Yes.
You call it crazy. I call it good production design.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
So this you like.
Because it's a good ride. That's a good ride right there.
Okay.
I knew if I signed up to do an experience and they didn't have my name, get the fuck
It's an
out.
anonymous sex party. You don't want them to have your name.
But I signed up to do that. And so when I signed up, I have to give them my information.
Okay, so what you're saying now is that this movie is actually really good because of its integrity.
No, I'm just saying that part was,
That worked for you?
yeah, that worked because it was a little bit closer to the end.
If you guys, if you listen closely, you can hear the air escaping out of the straws that Ty is grasping.
Yeah, I'm getting blisters from all the sticks that I'm losing in my hands. Eh?
But okay, so then they're all like, okay, let's break off here and we're going to go.
Yeah.
And Jake is like, I don't ever want to see any of you again. And he leaves. And it's like, oh, okay. And Allison is like, I want to run around and see what's real. And she runs around and she starts touching a bunch of stuff. And then the others, Derek.
Like Mike hits on Chelsea. That doesn't work. So
He
they
gets
go their
mad.
separate ways.
And it is very much, you made the point of what, no head?
Yeah.
Because it is. It's very much like, are you fucking serious? Your boyfriend's dead. Just fuck me. And it's like, Superman. Why? And he's like, the S doesn't stand for an S on my world. It stands for fuckboy. I wear this because I'm a fuckboy. It's like a scarlet letter.
Don't hate a player, hate the game.
Goddamn.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he did say exactly that.
With that inflection.
As he was getting blown in the Hellworld party.
That would have immediately given this movie a star.
Do you mind if I character by character?
That's basically how I have my notes.
Okay, who do you have first?
Allison.
Allison goes upstairs. She sees a door marked pirate
Right.
because it says keep out.
And she's like, that can't stop me. I can't read.
She opens the door, walks inside, chastises a statue for having a small penis.
Yeah.
Because like the seventh and final season of Game of Thrones writers decided long ago, if you don't have anything smart to say the word cock.
PJ,
and everyone
I think
laughs.
PJ, I think there's 8 seasons.
It starts in the 7th season.
Yeah.
Where they're not based on books anymore.
Yeah,
You're
no,
gonna
it was-
come into my house. No.
No, I thought you were making a joke about the 8th season not existing because it's bad. And I was like, oh, wait, no, there's 8, man.
No. I'm saying at the start of the 7th season where they can't write based on material
see
written
what
by
you're saying.
an intelligent, competent writer, they go, Tyrion, say cock again. And he goes, cock. No jobs for little people ever. They're digital or they go home. And they're like, Peter, what the fuck? Anyway, so Allison's in this attic room. She's like, nice cock statue. JK is little. Ha ha. And is like having a full dialogue about this to herself. She then rips the blanket off of a torture chair, naturally sitting in it.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. What the fuck else are you supposed to do?
Let's say you're
Walk
at,
away?
Yeah, let's say you're at an anonymous sex party.
Sure.
And you go into a room that's clearly marked keep out.
Am I wearing a mask?
No.
Okay, good. I don't want to be anonymous.
You
at
threw
this
that away immediately.
event. Immediately. It was plaster. I crumpled it in my hand.
You go in and you find clearly a torture chair.
Right.
And what else are you going to do?
Oh,
You're not going to sit in it?
now, what was the door marked?
Keep out.
I'm going to sit in the chair.
Yeah.
I'm a rule breaker.
Yeah, you are.
So she breaks the rules, and Lance Henriksen walks out, and he's like, you broke the rules. So here's your payment. And then it's Pinhead all of a sudden. And Pinhead says something like, I don't know, something cool, like
No, it was not.
no, I'm sure it was. I'm sure he said something cool, like like welcome to hell or something like you opened the box. We the torture chair now or something awesome.
You sat in the chair.
We
Now the
saw.
chair sits you.
Pinhead came out and he was like, I would like to play a game. You sit in the torture chair. If you move your neck up like you're going to do for some reason. Because Lance Henriksen explains what this chair is. That the saws hit at this place in the arteries where it bleeds the human body out as fast as decapitating someone.
I did not pick that up.
Oh yeah, you were weapons. You were taking a nap on the
I
couch.
did not. No, that was before I fell asleep. I remember that because I remember this part, and I was like,
No, he made it a long way.
Yeah, he did. But Lance Henriksen explains she struggles to get out of the chair and she can't. Now, Dylan is watching this movie with us, and he made the point. All she had to do, because she's not restrained by anything in this chair other than her wrists, scrooge down. Just scrooge down.
no, her legs were latched in too, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
It didn't show it. If it did, I missed that.
No, I remember there being a scene of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No one else should watch this.
Don't.
Let's take a brief break to spoil something else. But we're going to spoil something meta. We're not going to spoil the narrative of the movie. We're going to spoil our own podcast. Guys, do any of you recommend this movie?
Well,
Anyway, so the spinning saw blades stab her, and they saw her neck, and she
Right.
perishes.
she dies.
She's dead, guys. Check one off.
She survived a lot longer than she should have.
Chekhov's torture chair.
Yeah, because then we cut away from her to like Jake or Allison.
No,
or
it's
somebody,
Chelsea
or
because
Chelsea.
she can hear her screaming in this crowded party. She is 2 stories beneath her in a bar, and she's like, who? Like Daredevil. Like, huh? Karen? Allison? And she follows the noise of this woman who's just screaming, let me out, as it tears her throat apart.
And then it cuts back to her, and you just see her just,
Like blood and like chunky neck bits hit the camera.
and she's still alive though.
Yeah.
And the music's pumping, and there's and it's like, what the 2000s, baby?
That sounded like a bit from Michael.
And they go into a Hot Topic. They buy a studded bracelet. They jack each other off,
Right.
and then there was all a dream.
Yeah. That's the early
Guys, do you
2000s.
recommend? See, we're at the end. Okay, that's Allison.
But yeah, and then we basically get Chelsea out of the way for a bit. Like, we don't even have to explain. She goes up into the attic, and then the door locks behind her, and she's stuck up there for a long time.
For a long. By the way, it's not the attic yet.
Oh, right.
It's a door.
It's just a room.
above the veranda.
Correct.
Because she says that out loud.
That way you know.
Yeah,
You can
I
build
think-
the mansion in your mind.
The only important thing to point out about her for the rest of the first and second act of this film is that she calls the police like a smart character.
Yeah.
But they look up and they don't see her at all.
Yeah. I was going to do that later. I was literally going to put her in this room and then we can move on to Jake.
Okay. I thought we were putting her in the room and not touching her anymore. So I thought that was important. See,
Oh, we're going
this
to
is
touch her again,
please don't.
but much later.
Okay. I won't be around for that.
Yeah, can I leave?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to touch Christina Aguilera.
We're going to talk about, well, why not?
God, she's got a genie in her bottle.
Okay.
And Eminem said that
I've
she
heard
blew
that.
Fred Durst and Carson Daly, so I don't know.
I've heard that as well.
It was actually Fred Daly and Carson Durst.
Ah,
They're not famous at all.
this
Just
movie
people from her
movie
neighborhood.
gave me brain damage. Got it.
Yeah, because I'm not actually saying this. You're buried, Outback.
Oh, thank God.
So we move on from Chelsea and we go to
Jake's in an office
Jake is in an office.
and he sees like the picture of Adam and him on a computer because they were best friends.
You guys keep saying that, and I
Adam
just don't-
is the guy who was dead at the beginning.
you guys keep saying they're
he
best
was-
friends.
Adam's deader.
Right.
So
Of the two friends.
So Jake went to the Hellworld party, hell seeking information about Adam's death.
And wait, no. So the guy, when he calls them hell seekers, is that not at all related to the movie Hellseeker? Lance Henriksen or whatever the fuck his name is?
No.
What the okay.
No. By the way, Adam died in an inferno.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you're turning me around about this movie.
Turns out, by the way, Lance Henriksen, this is a huge spoiler, is Adam's dad. That's why he did all this. It's a bloodline.
Okay. Yeah. This one's, when we rank these, it's going to be high.
At the bottom.
High out there at the bottom, baby.
But yeah, Jake, basically the host appears to him and offers him the puzzle box, which he takes. And he immediately starts to solve it.
Everyone does. That's the
And-
rule of Hellraiser. The second it gets in your hands, you solve it immediately.
And then it does something that we've never seen this box do before, which is some pins stab him in the thumb.
And then it falls to the ground and shatters into a bunch of gears.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I
It's really
mean,
cool.
yeah, it's a pretty cool little.
Steampunk is cool.
It is.
Gears are cool.
That is true. And then the host is gone from that room. And when Jake looks out the window, he sees him frantically digging a bunch of graves in the yard.
Yeah. Like he's sweating and it's like, oh, fuck.
Why didn't I hire somebody
I'm
for
so
this?
tired. I have so much money. Why didn't I? Fuck. I got to get to a motel.
And Jake then moves to like this parlor room and he asks for, a beer. Or
My
whatever,
favorite part
and,
of the
like,
whole movie.
Yeah. Because
Everybody's
he's-
ignoring him
right.
Yeah.
For what reason?
because he's an unfuckable idiot. He's an unlikable piece of garbage.
A waste of space.
So everyone sees him, they gag a little bit. They're like, "Ugh," and then they just don't talk about him.
And then whenever he begs them all to, finally pay attention to him.
They hang themselves.
Right.
Because he turns to leave, and when he turns back, they're all hanged. Now, what I will say, jokes aside, this is the only visual in the entire film that was in any way effective.
Yes.
It was unsettling.
Agreed.
It was
Agreed.
well executed. It was pretty creepy. They do it for all of a second, and then they cut away from it. And for the rest of the movie, it does nothing like that again.
Right.
That is the only part of the movie that felt like a Hellraiser movie. The rest of the movie feels like Friday the 13th, or well, more effectively Nightmare on Elm Street. But it feels like a surrealist slasher movie. It does not feel in any way like a horror movie like Hellraisers have in the past.
Right.
Which is a shame.
Mike finds some chick on the dance floor.
Yeah, dude.
This starts our whole reason for doing this episode with Ty.
And then he's dancing with her, and then it cuts away from him for a long time. And when it cuts back to him, I mean, this is the bit, folks. This is just the whole bit. This is why Ty is here. Is he's just getting. I don't know.
Yeah, Henry
Give
Cavill's.
some fellation.
He finds her and he's just like, "Come over here and suck me."
You did it. Anyway, so yeah, he's like, "Get over here and suck me," and she just starts doing it, fucking. But anyway, so they're doing that, and I might cut that out. I probably won't. I'll keep it. But the point is after the end of all of that, which is the whole reason Ty is here,
Right.
that lasts for maybe a minute or two. Ty's reason for being here was over, so he left.
Yeah.
If you're hearing him now, you are buried in a grave, and you have psycho drugs in your butt.
Yes.
And Ty was never actually real in the first place.
And then, we cut away from him for a while. We go to
Yeah.
Derek. Derek is also dancing on the dance floor, and he drops his inhaler because that's an important plot point. And he basically just it falls through this grate, and he chases it through the floors.
Like Mr. Magoo. He's going, because he can't breathe and he's running around and it's bum, 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 la, da, ba, ba, da, and he's like flailing his arms around and he gets down to this basement or the laboratory and he unscrews the thing the whole time. It's like in those scenes where somebody's drowning and they're trying to do whatever harebrained thing to escape.
Yeah.
He's drowning on dry land because of COVID.
Oh.
He has that inhaler because of long COVID.
Wow.
This movie is worse than COVID. That's actually not true. COVID changed the world. COVID is the responsible mitigating factor for the reason that Walmart doesn't have 24 hours.
I don't know I feel like you give me enough time, I might be able to fashion an argument that this movie also changed the world for the worst.
I don't think you need to. I think we're on board with that.
Okay, good.
They're the same. Let's call it that. Anyway, so he gets the inhaler out, and Ty and I are screaming at the TV because he unscrews this like grate to like an AC vent, and he pulls it out, and then it's like under his armpit, and he's like reaching across it to grab his inhaler.
It's like sitting, like he literally took it off the opening and then just moved it to the side.
And like not even it's in front of him still.
It's still covering most of the hole. It's
He
like,
gave himself a 2-inch gap. It would be like needing to grab something out of your window of your car, so you roll it down enough for your hand to fit. It's like roll the whole thing down. It's just take the fucking AC vent and move it to the left. And you know, I'm like screaming that.
I can't get to it.
And Darren's going,
Guys, have you never like heard of tension being built in a film?
Yeah,
I have.
I have.
I have.
That's what they were doing.
Seen
I have.
the menu.
No.
That's all that movie is.
I've seen absurd. And that movie is tense. This movie is fucking ass.
I've seen the menu. That whole movie is tension, but it's only sexual tension between Ray Fiennes and Anya Taylor-Joy's character.
I thought you were gonna say Nicholas Holt's character.
No, it's Ray Fiennes' character.
No, I meant like Ray Fiennes and Nicholas Holt.
No, that's murderous. No, Anya Taylor-Joy eats the cheeseburger, and then she and Ray Fiennes start doing.
Okay, wait.
doing.
So because I also have seen the menu.
We can't do
but
this.
The version that
We can't do the menu. The menu is effectively not off the menu.
We can't talk about an actually good film.
It'll poison this review. Yeah, so he gets the inhaler, and then he puffs the inhaler, and the movie treats it like he has just shot up heroin.
Yeah.
It's like you might as well have.
Such a good point.
You might as well have Pink Floyd playing. The camera gets spinny, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And he lays down in a hospital bed in the laboratory with all the chopped up baby parts.
Just gonna take a little nap.
And then he looks up, and Pinhead's there. And Pinhead says something fucking awesome like, "You were the voice of Cyborg in both Injustice games." And he chops his head off with a big knife.
Yeah, I did write down that quote.
Now that I didn't hear, but the audio is so bad, he may as well have said that.
Yeah, now that's what I call Pinhead, is him using a knife to kill someone by chopping them.
He's always done that.
Yeah, the fuck chains with hooks on them, or tearing someone's flesh apart, or pulling them from the border ethereal into hell, or them bursting into flames from the evil, or having his Cenobites hack them to pieces for him. Fuck all that. He usually gets a big meat cleaver and he hacks you to fucking pieces. He goes, "I'm biting you in the gabagool." Oh, Ty, I started watching The Sopranos.
Okay, all right.
You ever have gabagool? You guys want to go get a gabagool after
I
this?
feel like this movie got by Gould.
That's what we're going to do for Dylan's birthday. We're going to take him out. We're going to get him a gabagool on
good.
some ciabatta
Okay.
with some provolone and vinegar peppers.
All right.
We can't talk about Sopranos. It's also too good to talk about for this.
Unfortunately. But yeah, he decapitates Derek, and they reused that prop from that other movie.
Which is funny because
Is this movie not over yet?
No, we're
God.
like halfway through.
Fuck.
But the point is that because he gets decapitated and his head falls. And I had the thought of like, oh, that's a good prop. Like for this movie, that's a good prop. Finding out that it belonged to another production where a creative actually worked, it's like, oh, gotcha. Understood.
Silly me.
We move to Jake again. This is where he goes upstairs, and he is then accosted by a naked woman.
Yeah, who I made a joke because this is the first and only actual sex between a character we see and another character in the movie that like belongs to the main cast. I don't count Henry Cavill getting...
Well, it is oral sex.
Okay, fine. He has oral sex. Fine. This is the second time. But he goes up there and it is like a softcore gratuitous, like as close to actual pornography as you can get in a movie.
Yeah.
And he bangs this woman in an attic. He follows her into a dusty, dirty attic and has sex with her naked body.
Mind you, she's naked. And
And
so
then
that makes it really fun.
His eyes are open and he's thinking about Adam and how he died and everything. And he's like, it seems like he's having a vision of Adam with a pickaxe picking away at the floor of this mansion's laboratory.
Right.
And then set himself on fire.
Yeah.
And Jake
Now,
wakes up from that.
That brings up a good question. Whenever you're having sex with a lady,
Right.
do you often think about your best friends, your best guy friends, and how they killed themselves?
Oh, I haven't had any best guy friends kill themselves, but I think of you pretty often.
Wow.
Because I'm usually having sex with you. Because you're my pretty lady.
Oh, shit.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
I feel like I'm intruding on date night.
You might be.
No, you're the third. You're the third channel podcast.
Oh, whoa. Call back.
This is
It's not even. That's just the name of the show.
we've finally explained the true name of the show.
Yeah. Third, because there's three of us, and channel, because that's what we call our butthole in public, so people don't think we're talking about getting banged.
I thought it was because we're announcing our OnlyFans.
Yay!
Third channel podcast goes OnlyFans.
We went to Romania to have sex in the house that this movie was shot in, but unfortunately it burned to the ground a long time ago, so we had sex on top of a burned down house.
Yeah.
I still haven't recovered.
He wakes up from what is seemingly a daydream. But his eyes are open.
Yeah.
So it's his eyes are open, and it cuts to part of this daydream, and then it cuts back to him, and he is like, his eyes are wider, and he sits up, and there's like the audio sting of like, and he's like, what the fuck? And it's like, you sleep with your eyes open? Like, that's fucking weird. But he looks, and that woman is gone. That woman never existed in the first place. So my question is,
It's a trap.
my question is, what was he having sex with? And my answer was a foot-long Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
He blasted into a foot-long veggie supreme from Subway.
Yeah.
I stand on what I said. It was a trap.
There's a lot of product placement in this one, and this is a strange one.
Yeah,
But
especially because at the time they were still using Jared.
Right. But Subway was into it, I guess.
Yeah.
And Jake was into that Subway. This is where Chelsea's back in the, she's stuck in the room above the veranda.
Yeah, she was smart. She called the cops. Cops show up. She says, I'm in the room above the veranda. I'm seeing you out the window, and they look down and they don't see her.
Right. So I guess because she and Jake didn't drink or do anything in the office earlier, and then she was stabbed and he got stabbed by the pins, for some reason they are now still able to walk around the mansion, but no one can see them in any way or interact with them in any way.
I guess. I don't care.
Like,
none of that means anything.
There's yeah.
Well, no, because the others are doing that. They're just not as attentive. Maybe it's because like Mikey and Derek walk around. They just make choices.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's more along the line of they have a bit more of their agency because they didn't double dose. But keep in mind, Allison also didn't double dose whatever this hallucinogen is.
Yeah. I don't know.
All we know is that it's stupid wall to wall.
Are we even sure that there's a difference between the double dosed and the single dosed?
We don't even know if that's when we don't know. The
Yeah.
whole thing is suggested. None of it's said. It's all flashbacks of things. And then Lance Henriksen is like, yeah, I drugged you. And so we assume that that's when they all got drugged. It's really stupid. But then Lance Henriksen goes out to meet the cops because she calls the cops. She says, I'm in this window above the veranda. They look up. She's not there. Like, we don't see anybody there. And Lance Henriksen says, keep in mind this movie was produced by the Weinsteins. Lance Henriksen is smoking a cigarette and he goes, I got a reputation for being a party animal. And I don't want my reputation slandered by some drugged out chick. And it's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And Lance Henriksen flicks his cigarette to the ground. But he was smoking a cigarette, so I had to go out and I had to smoke a cigarette.
He did.
And then I finished smoking that cigarette with Buddy. Guys, welcome to the spinoff show. Cigarettes with Buddy. Buddy's the thing. He's my dog. He smokes cigarettes. That's what the whole premise of the spinoff is. Better spinoff than House of the Dragon.
We're getting all of our bits in this episode.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon isn't. It's fine.
Yeah, I like it.
I've only seen what I've seen with Derek, and I've seen about a full episode spliced amongst 3 random episodes from the course of a season. It's like, okay, spoiler for House of the Dragon, the king gets sick. I don't know what happens to him, but I know he gets sick. I see him, and like one day, he's perfectly fine. The next day I walk into the house, Derek's watching House of the Dragon, and he is like coughing up shit. It's like, what happened? He got stabbed with a nail.
Mortally ill.
Yeah, he got stabbed with a nail by Pinhead.
Right.
And Pinhead said something cool like, when you're here, your family. Anyway, so.
Pinhead really should do like product placement lines.
Yeah, I agree. Da 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 da. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Bitch. Anyway, this is where Mikey dies, right?
Yeah. He's with the party chick, and
She blowing him.
and she's like, now it's my turn. You owe me.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the basement. And
So you can go down on my basement.
correct.
Is that the line?
No, but it should have been.
Oh.
That would have been clever. Why did we, the Third Channel Podcast, write this movie?
Yeah,
when
we
did this come out?
05.
Oh, I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I was 6
Wow.
Yeah.
ish,
But they
maybe 5.
they end up in the basement and
Wait, 2005. No, 2005 I was in 5th grade.
yeah.
Yeah. I was a full grown man.
I guess he failed 5th grade several
Sorry, my
times.
taxes. I was like, I can't wait for middle school. All my friends are going to the same one. I get to ride the same bus.
It sounds like you're going between Pinhead and Scary Terry.
That's who that character is. Yeah, so Mikey is like
Do you not remember? This is where they go down into the basement tunnels.
Right. I'm so happy you remembered because I honestly just blanked out of my fucking gourd. I'm so happy you remembered that because I blanked on that. Yeah, he follows her down to the basement and they're making out hard in the craziest way I've ever seen because they're making out in jump cuts. Is how they're kissing. They're kissing through the course of jump cuts.
Do you not typically make out in jump cuts?
No, baby, I just slam my tongue into a mouth.
I'm a oneer.
I don't
Tell
even-
myself.
My
Oh man.
What's happening? I don't even use my lips. If I'm making out with somebody, it's just tongue. You see, like right here, like right under your nostril, where a man's mustache begins.
Right.
I lap that shit out, dude.
Hey, a woman's mustache could begin there too.
That's true.
Oh, see?
That's true. Anyway, they make out through these crazy fucking jump cuts. I don't know why they didn't just film them kiss for a minute and then do the rest of this. It is like, and Dylan said it best. It is like a 90s music video. It is disjointed and disorganized, but like all the walls are like metal and it's shot in with like such a harsh, like sort of like the surrounding of the lens, like the aperture is all like gritty and gross and the whole thing is like acid green. And eventually her breasts are out.
Yeah.
And then she goes, check these out. And he goes, whoa. And she goes, ah. And she closes the door and locks him in a room.
To his credit, they were some nice
They were nice.
wubba-lubbies.
What do they call them in Halloween Town? Or maybe not Halloween Town. Maybe it's Hocus
Disney
Pocus.
movie?
Hocus Pocus. It's Yabos.
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 Yeah, she had some. It was
Guys,
It was cause for pause.
what did you call them?
Wubba-lubbies.
Guys, hashtag Wubba-Lubbies or hashtag Yabos. Let's make this comment section into a war zone, folks. Derek, do you have one?
No. Yabos is good.
Yabos. So you're team Yabos?
I'm team Yabos.
All right, I'm team Wubba-Lubbies. And Ty is making out with himself.
Water style.
So Mikey gets murdered.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gets thrown into this room, and
Which
he
is the
sees-
laboratory room.
right?
He
with all the
finds
baby
his
parts.
best friend, Derek's
and he goes,
body.
man, look at this guy whose complexion and clothing and everything is exactly the same as my best friend. Huh? How funny is that? And then he pulls his shirt open and he's been gutted apparently off screen. And he's like, what the fuck? And then he sees his head and he's like, what the fuck? There's a dead body's head in there. And then he panics a little bit.
I just have a real quick question.
Yeah,
If he sees the guts of his friend
Yeah.
and he almost vomits, why would he not fully vomit when he sees his friend's head?
Because they didn't have enough money for
Yeah.
a can of potato soup
Got
that
it.
he could put into his mouth and fake vomit.
Uh-huh.
So they went, what do we have here available to us in Romania? And they said, nothing. We have no more money left. All of our money that we reported in this budget was embezzled by Bob and Harvey Weinstein. We are broke.
Please shut the fuck up and get back to making the movie.
Right. And so then the filmmaker, Rob Bottin, said,
Yeah, I'm going to let
is
him
it,
go.
is it Rick Bota?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was saltine.
No, shut up. Rick Bota says, we have nothing. Please continue acting. You are going to go on to be a huge star. You are going to go on to be the thing that people reference about this film. They won't talk about Rick Bota or Rob Bottin or whatever I said earlier. They're not going to talk about me.
No, they won't.
They're going to talk about you. And they're going to talk about it because you are going to be Superman. And he was like, what? I am? Henry Cavill said this. So sorry. He went, what? I am?
And then he reloaded his arms.
And Rick Bota went, yes, you are going to be Superman. But like the other Superman, the most famous Superman on Earth, you too must suffer a horrible spinal injury. And then a Cenobite showed up, the one with the straps over his eyes and his mouth, who's been in like 3 movies back to back, but is not like a famous one.
No,
for some reason.
he's not an OG.
No, he walks in and he pulls a lever.
An OC, if you will.
Okay. Yeah, an original Cenobite, which sounds like a delicious cinnamon snack. But this giant hook that was set up earlier, we didn't think to mention because I had forgotten how Mikey died until I was talking about it right now. There's a giant hook in the room.
Right.
And they pull the lever and it swings forward and it sticks him in the chest. Crazy that they got the rights to this too, because suddenly, that wasn't me singing that.
No.
That plays in the movie.
Yeah, you will believe a man can fly.
Yeah, because he does. He gets lifted off the ground and he's screaming and he's bleeding.
Gets him real good.
At one point, he's like moving his hands around like he's trying to swim.
He poses in a T pose, much like Jesus Christ.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he's dead. Passed away from the back stab from the Cenobite.
Right.
With a hook.
Something we forgot to mention: the hook was named Doomsday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hook.
Oh, and all those jars that were filled with the babies that are in like the green liquid. That green liquid is kryptonite.
Oh, is it?
That's why he was weak.
That's why. Because
he was
otherwise
in
he
that
would have
room,
just
yeah.
killed Pinhead.
Yeah.
Okay,
He would
and
have snapped his
the
neck.
Cenobite with the things over his eyes and his mouth is Zod,
Right.
so that he can't use super breath or heat vision.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Lois is like, "What's that S stand for?" So,
And we never get an answer for that. Chelsea. Because
back to Chelsea now.
Yeah. Basically, that's it. It's like we kill a person, we go back to the other person we have left. Chelsea, the room that she was locked in unlocks. She escapes the house and tries to leave in a car. But it's empty. The gas tank is empty.
Right. And then Lance Henriksen is in the back seat,
Pops up.
and he goes, "So I'm saying something, but you can't hear me because of the music mix." And then she goes, "What the fuck?" and runs away.
Right. Makes it out into the woods where she bumps into a cop.
And the cop says, "Hey, man, I don't know what these lines are. I don't speak English. You have to tell me what I'm saying first." But he says that in Romanian. And then they explain, and he goes, "Okay." And so he line reads, and then there's like a, "Hey, little lady, don't worry. I am a cop. I'll get you to safety. This isn't the first time I've been called out to this strange sex pervert house," which is all, of course, not ADR. It was shot on the day because they had a boom mic.
Absolutely.
And then a fucking stake, like a vampire hunter stake, goes through his mouth, and he dies.
And much like, Pinhead is known to use meat cleavers to kill people, he also uses these big stakes.
Because he's a vampire hunter.
Yeah.
Pinraham Headkin vampire hunter.
I'd watch that.
I wouldn't.
In 3D, especially.
So she runs back into the house, and she gets a call from
Jake.
from State Farm. And she says, "Help. I've been in a terrible accident." And he says, "Have the cops been there yet?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Good."
And they couldn't see me.
And he's like, "Me either." Is that crazy?
Yeah. People didn't want to talk to me. They hung themselves.
They decide that the house is haunting them,
Yeah.
which is stupid, but fine.
Okay, but if you were at a big party at this, you were at an anonymous sex party at this mansion, and then some weird things happen to you, and then you show back up into the main section of the house, and everyone is gone. There's nobody. There's no music. There's no anything. What do you imagine has happened?
Oh, chlamydia, easy.
Well, it's funny because that's similar, but not unrelated to the joke I was going to make, which was Ashton Kutcher was involved.
Oh my God!
I got punked.
And HPV. And chlamydia. You got it all. Ashton Kutcher carried it with him.
But see, our first of the many reveals is that this first call from Jake is actually being made by the host.
Yeah.
But then whenever she makes it back into the house and then they're running around screaming each other's names, then they make another actual call between the two of them and are like, yeah, something weird's going on here.
Which I think the narrative device is supposed to be that now you don't know who is, who is real or who is being impersonated. We're not supposed to know. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The setup of that doesn't matter at all. It's just this whole movie, for this amount of time, it's crazy that all of this has been a distraction.
Right.
from what the twist is.
And I think this is about the time I start to come in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
That feels about right.
Yeah.
Would you say this is the beginning, like with the running outside, the cop dying, going to the car, and the call? That's the beginning of the third act.
Oh, absolutely. Because then we kind of focus on Chelsea and Jake for a while because they're the only ones left. And then our big reveal happens.
Now, would you? I usually submit that if the movie is based on a twist, something secret, something hidden, that should be revealed in its entirety at the beginning of the third act, so that the third act can flesh that out. Because I think it cheapens the movie by having at the very end, it was all a dream. It's like clichédly a stupid writing device.
Yeah, I would say it depends on the twist.
I would say, well, I'm saying all of this with this movie.
Oh, this movie in mind.
Right.
Yeah, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I would say reveal it, if not in its full entirety, reveal it to a degree here. But they don't.
No.
They don't. They just make something else, which is, oh my God, guys, Pinhead, the Lament configuration. The reason I said Lamont configuration earlier in this episode, by the way, is because it's said by our lead, Chelsea, one time, and she calls it the Lamont configuration, which is stupid.
And it's like, this is the 8th movie, guys.
Lamont is a name.
What is lament configuration?
Lament configuration is the name given to the puzzle box throughout the franchise.
I thought it was a Rubik's Cube.
No, but we did reference that in, what is it, Inferno?
A couple of them.
Yeah.
And that is how you summon Pinhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a puzzle box that was designed to be a doorway to hell.
Hey, folks, I get it now.
See?
Well, no, you still don't, because it doesn't make any sense in this.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't. Because at the end, when the guy does it, I'm like,
Especially because the whole thing is that it's fake. It's fiction in this. It is designated to be fiction in this.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's real is stupid.
We get a quick Scooby-Doo run chase sequence because Chelsea is then chased by the Chatterer and then an undead version of Mike and an undead version of Allison.
Now, Allison is kind of indicative of Deep Throat.
Oh.
Her throat is like cut open because of the saw blades, and she's got like a metal resonator in her throat and is speaking through that. So it reminded me of Deep Throat.
Yeah.
He doesn't remind me of Henry Cavill doesn't remind me of a Cenobite at all. It's like he just looks like a zombie version.
Yeah, he's
of
just
the
kind of
character.
undeadish.
Undeader.
But they chase her up to the attic, and she takes a call from the host, and then they like do this quick run through of all this like lore about Pinhead and the Lament configuration box and what that does and everything.
But she does it in a way where it's like, oh, well, none of that can be happening because I didn't open the box and Pinhead didn't show up. So that means I'm not going to die. And it's like, well, your friends are zombies. They're hunting you with Cenobites. Like, if it's not real, then it's very, very like lifelike, practical special effects. And in that case, you're still being, people are still after you.
Well, she paid good money for the anonymous sex party, so she
That's
probably
true.
does expect some really good high production quality.
That's probably true. She paid all that money, which was $0. She won it by solving the easiest Flash video game that Newgrounds.com ever came up with.
Yeah, look at the amount of people who were at that party.
Yeah, it was
They
easy as fuck.
all solved it.
We were there.
Like it was not. Yeah, we were.
I was in the 5th grade.
If you look in the background of one of those shots, I have hanged myself,
And I'm
like
at-
in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I'm at the bar. I'm in coveralls and a horizontally striped shirt with my hair all curly and tousled because I'm very young. I'm in the 5th grade. And a woman walks up to me and she says, "So, come here often?" And I go, "Ma'am, I'm going to have to stop you there. I'm a child. Do you understand? I am small and I am young and I do not wish to be statutorily raped. Please leave me alone. Good day." And she said, "But you're drinking at a bar." And I said, "This, madam, is apple juice." And I threw it in her face and I left the party.
I like that. I like that movie way better.
Yeah, it's sad that they cut that scene out, though.
Yeah, it was too close to 2 Men and a 3 Men and a Baby or whatever. it is.
right.
And I think the Weinsteins, they kind of try to separate themselves as far as
From the kid thing. Yeah. Ladies, they didn't have a fucking, who cares? But kids, yeah.
Like, hey.
Kids lands you in the list. They didn't want to be on the list. They wanted their own list, which was the Me Too movement. That's what they wanted.
Well done. Cooked.
You know what? Let's shout out Ronan Farrow really fast. Ronan Farrow, good job. You brought him down.
I think this is like 2 episodes in a row we've done that.
Probably. It's 2 episodes in a row of movies that were produced by the Weinsteins.
Yeah, that's true. Jake is back in that office.
He is.
He's
A lot of set pieces for as often as they reuse them. They reuse them so frequently and so back to back that it gives you vertigo. It's like, oh, we're fucking here again?
Yeah.
When did you get here?
It's like, we not have anywhere else we could go in this mansion?
No, he's in the office, baby. He's on the computer.
They only had 4 rooms that they were allowed to use.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's looking for, like you said, he's looking through all these like cabinets that have glass doors on them, and he can't unlock them. So then he finds like a letter opener.
Instead of just punching it.
Right.
The door, which is glass, and it would break. He's like, at a place where you believe it to be haunted and that you're trying to be murdered. But those glasses, those irreplaceable.
And then he believes that the Chatterer is behind him, and so he stabs said Chatterer in the throat.
But then it's Chelsea, not the Chatterer.
No.
And this is when I came back to. And I was like, this bullshit is still on. All right.
Yeah. That's when he shouted, how much of this movie is left? And I said a lot. And then Chelsea dies. Whoa, she just died in his arms right now.
He basically says that because then he takes a phone call from the real Chelsea who's still in the attic.
And then he looks down at the dead Chelsea. And instead of her being the Chatterer, she was just never there to begin with. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
And yeah. And I don't know. They have a chat about why they think they're there and if this is hell and if they're actually dead.
Because they didn't do enough to save Adam.
Right. Is this their punishment? And this is where Jake has his big realization of like, oh my God, we were all dosed with something in all of these moments that I did not witness.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing earlier.
And,
this is when he sees all of those things that we labeled out about how everybody gets drugged in a flashback sequence, but like he shouldn't have been able to see most of that.
Right.
But that's fine.
And Chelsea finds a bunch of stuff in the attic that reveals to her that Adam is the host's son.
Yeah, which who cares?
Right. And she gets this like, vision of Adam as his like undead burned form. And that ultimately goes nowhere because as you woke up to the screaming on the staircase, Ty, of Jake screaming up at her, which like he's on like the first floor landing and she is 2 stories or more higher in a enclosed attic. They cannot see each other. They should not be able to hear each other. And he's just like kind of calling up at her of like, no, none of this is real. You just got to don't be scared. That's how you solve it.
Yeah, it's the opposite of the Tinkerbellism. It's, I don't believe in Pinhead. I don't. And then he vanishes.
And then we get a moment where it feels like it's the end of the movie.
Yeah, we're wrapping up.
Except it's not. No. Because they try to flee. Chelsea and Jake, they meet up again and they're running out of the house. And this is where like our big reveal of what has actually happened here.
I'm going to do my best to reveal this.
Please do.
Lance Henriksen's character murders Jake in front of Chelsea. But instead of dying, he kind of vanishes and he's gone. And there are 5 grave plots,
right.
4 of them filled with tubes coming out of the ground. One of them is empty. He shoves Chelsea in there. And he begins to explain to her that everything that's happened since they were drugged has been a hallucination. That after they were drugged, they were individually grabbed, dragged out front through a crowded party because it is revealed that the party is real.
That is the wildest thing to me, is that in this big reveal of everything that he's been doing, he's like, yeah, and then whenever I got done, I went back into the party and hung out for a while.
He's like, I might as well enjoy myself. I spent a lot of money. And it's like, so you're getting fucking hand jobs from very young women instead of goddamn Weinsteins.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's revealed that they have everything that they have experienced has been a result of the psychedelic drug that they've been on, that they've been dosed with, and that everything that they've experienced, their mind has experienced for their body via suggestion from the cell phones taped to the wall of the coffins. And if you think that's really dumb, you're right. Because hear me out. He says to them, or to Chelsea, once I drugged you, I dragged you out, and I put you in the coffin. right? And then the phone thing was your brain, because now you have a cell phone in here, and that's how I was able to call you. And that's the narrative I created. So from the time that they were drugged to the time that they get the cell phones, they are unconscious and dragged out of the house and put into a grave. Right? No one intervenes. Fine, whatever. How does that work then with Chelsea and Jake not being drugged in the laboratory, where Allison, Mikey, and Derek would then have been drugged and dragged out? Are they?
Well, because they all split up after that, and then once they're
in the room together, and two of them haven't been drugged yet.
What? I thought he said he drugged her when he stabbed her
with the pin and the pins out of the box.
Right, but those things happen after that first room where Mikey. Allison,
So we have to then assume that they didn't immediately pass out in the room.
Oh, see,
they got drugged and then they went about their party, and then whenever they passed out, wherever they passed out, he then took them to the thing.
I think I took that too literally.
Yeah. You typically do.
Well, only in this one case do I have an excuse, which is what the fuck else? How am I supposed to draw
this
any
was
stuff?
Very easy to follow.
You lying son of a bitch. Yeah, no, it's
I fell asleep and he understood completely.
Basically, I knew it was bullshit when I went to bed. I woke up, I knew it was still bullshit.
He wins that argument because that's true. Everything he just said was 100% true. Anyway, so that's the reveal. Is that Allison was suggested to be in that torture chair, so she scratched her own throat out and died in her coffin.
Right.
Derek died of asphyxiation because he had an asthma attack in the coffin. Dylan pointed out, why the fuck would you have buried an asthmatic in a coffin with a tube, but not an inhaler, if you want him to be able to breathe? But whatever, he died.
Well, I mean, I think ultimately he's wanting to kill them.
Okay, fair enough. And then Mikey, he just says, died of good old-fashioned fear. Now, in his dream, his coffin, euphoria, whatever.
Right.
He has a vision of
fellatio.
The fellatio. The reason we're all here today.
Yeah.
The Henry Cavill.
Who isn't here for some
He had
fellatio?
a vision of Ty sitting here at this table with us.
Watching him in this film get blown. Did he finish? And if so, does his dead body in that coffin have a stained pair of pants?
I think he does.
This is the kind of things that we want to discuss, because if we don't discuss this, there's nothing to discuss, because this film has.
He basically had a wet dream. I mean, it's no different.
He had a wet dream and then he died. He wet dreamed himself to death.
Yeah. What a way to go! And I mean, damn.
Because Ty's a oneer, so he wants to die.
I mean, damn. I'll be damned.
But I guess it's suggested that Jake is still alive at this point, screaming from in his coffin. And she is now caught up in this weird meta loop where she is being buried in her vision that she is having drugged in the coffin.
Correct.
But she's already buried.
Yes.
The vision is her being buried, which is stupid. I don't think that's clever at all. I think that's really grating and annoying. And then
Have you ever considered no?
I wanted to play the outro so bad. Have you ever considered? No, we have not gotten to the end. We follow Lance Henriksen away, and he vanishes, and then suddenly, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Lance Henriksen is smashing a shovel into the coffin to murder her, I guess.
Sure.
And then it's revealed that that's actually a rescue crew. And they have lifted her out of the coffin. Her and Jake are both alive. The other three are dead.
Crusty and dead.
Old crusty jugglers.
Yeah.
But they're taken away in ambulances. And then the other two are allowed to drive away in their Tahoe. Their Chevy Tahoe.
Right. Now, I'll also give the I don't know what is trying to be said here. It's Chelsea talks to this cop who's the one that couldn't see her in the scene earlier.
Right.
And she's like, well, how did you know to come out here? It's like, well, somebody called us. And he's like, yeah, well, we haven't found the guy who did this, but I'm sure we'll find him. He's done this sort of thing before.
Right.
Oh, has he?
Which is also like, wait. Oh, also, that's the other thing. The reveal is the reason that the host is doing any of this is because Adam was his son, and he blames all of Adam's friends for
Adam becoming obsessed with a video game.
Obsessed and addicted to this video game that's then led him to lose his mind and commit suicide.
Correct.
So he's killing all of his closest friends. Even though the host has been a non-figure in Adam's life for his entire life.
It is revealed that he has been an absentee father the entire time.
But he cares now.
He
cares
cared the
enough to
whole
kill.
time. He was
cares
just
enough.
watching from the shadows.
Yeah, he cares enough to kill 5 fucking high schoolers.
Yeah.
Or teenagers or college kids.
Yeah.
I mean, who would?
But it's suggested that the person that made the phone call from this house is the living, vengeful spirit of Adam. Remember, Adam's the guy that killed himself by setting him on fire.
Yeah, he's the like at the funeral at the beginning. That was Adam.
yeah.
He's the burnt up
okay.
poo dog guy.
And his friends were who?
Well, Chelsea.
Played by.
But yeah, they are free to go.
Yeah.
And we get our little epilogue.
So Lance Henriksen is in a motel.
Yes.
He opens a box. Inside that box is another box. And in that box is Kuzco. Well, he smashed it with a hammer. Anyway, in that box is a lament configuration. And he solves it.
Also known as Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. He solves the lament Rubik's cube figuration. And it opens up. And Pinhead and the Chatterer and the bondage face strap man, they show up. Zod. That's what we'll call him now.
Right,
Zod
right.
shows up. And they're like, Lance Henriksen's like, what? That's real? And we keep kind of intersplicing that with footage of Chelsea and Jake from State Farm driving their Chevy Tahoe, which is insured through State Farm, down the road, down a country southern road, even though this is in Romania. They're having a good time. They're laughing. They're like looking at each other like, are we about to be in love? And then from the back of the Tahoe, Lance Henriksen appears.
Well, I think you're mixing all this up. He dies first and then appears to them. It's not like it's not intercut. It is 2 separate scenes.
Oh, it doesn't go back and forth?
No.
Okay,
'Cause I
either
remember
you guys
being
are
like, how the
listen,
fuck?
no, because this is important. Either you guys are fucking with me, or this is the beginning of my dementia.
No. Ty and I would never do anything like that to you.
Absolutely not.
Oh no, it does cut in between them, but it's at the end of
At the
both.
very, very
okay,
end, yeah.
Fine, who gives a shit? Lance
Our
Henriksen.
listeners.
Okay, Lance Henriksen dies in the motel. He gets sliced apart in a terrible digital artifact by the 2 Cenobites who use big weapons, and they slice him into an X. And he falls apart, and his insides look like wet red cabbage.
Yeah.
Great, he's dead.
Coleslaw.
He's dead. Yeah, Lance Henrik. No, I'm not going to do that. No, he's dead. And then he appears in the backseat of this Chevy Tahoe. He's like, ah, and they're like, what the fuck? And he reaches forward, he grabs the steering wheel, and he yanks it, and they go off the road. They then have the revelation, oh shit, we didn't wake up. We're still having this trippy ass dream. We don't know what the fuck's going to happen now, even though we're having shared psychosis or whatever. Yeah. And Lance Henriksen is there now. So then the question is, at the end of all of this, of everything that we just saw, including the twist, because the twist suggests that none of the lament configuration, none of the Cenobites, none of the hell, none of that's real. It was Lance Henriksen pulling strings and doing drug puppeting with cell phones and coffins the whole time.
Right.
And then immediately afterwards, it's revealed that they're either still in the coffin or they died and went to hell. And there's the lament configuration, and it does work, and it brings the Cenobites in, and they kill Lance Henriksen.
Right.
And then after they kill him, he shows up, and their vision is that his soul, like all of that to say, now that you've called the twist into question, and the twist is being twisted,
Right.
the whole movie does and doesn't exist, and had no point the whole time.
I suppose. But what it does intercut here at the end is the police showing up to that hotel room and finding the bloody destruction in that room of Lance Henriksen's body and the lament configuration on the ground there. So that must have happened.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. To
Or
answer
are
the question,
they
like,
tripping that?
the cops?
No,
Do you
the
think
kids.
they were also
The kids. Are they tripping it? They might be.
I don't think the trip extends to you watching another person's experience.
Except for the fact that fucking Jake saw Henry Cavill get ink on his thumb and then it disappeared because the fucking DM. Yeah, that was your...
But he was in this. At least they were in the same room though when that happened.
But if Lance Henriksen is sitting on the cell phone and they're just like in the car, like, oh, fuck, I'm on drugs. And he's sitting there and he's like, and then I solve the box, but it's real. And the guys come out and they're horny and they kill me and I'm dead. But turn around because now I'm in your Chevy Tahoe. And they're like, what the fuck? That's the thing. If the whole plot is suggestion, then you can just suggest whatever the fuck you want.
I suggest we stop talking about this movie.
I agree wholeheartedly. The last thing I want to say is that if you go too abstract with your storytelling. If your storytelling device becomes too abstract and too unbeholden to rules, your story falls apart. The second it becomes, well, anything can happen because it's all a dream. That's why that's famously bad. This whole film is a perfect example of that. Everything happens, it plays out in sequence. None of it makes any sense. And you explain, big air quotes, explain that away by going, well, they're on drugs and they got the cell phones and he's just telling them what to think and then they're clawing their own throats out or whatever. And it's like, then why? But we spent an hour and a half watching all of this happen and being told things. So you rug sweeping that and then rug sweeping that rug sweep, it's cheap. It's not cool like you think it will be. Which is why I do not recommend
What? Really?
Hellraiser, Hellworld. Now I'm going to save Ty for last because his answer, I'm assuming, is going to be explosive. Derek, do you recommend Hellraiser, Hellworld?
No.
Okay. That's Derek's version of explosive, by the way.
No.
Is this the worst one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of what we've watched, for me right now, it's between this and Hellseeker.
I agree, but at least Hellseeker is like dark and like macabre.
Yeah.
And doesn't have like a bunch of like jokes about like getting blown or whatever.
Yeah.
Like at least it's tragic in its tone.
My recollection of this is that I liked Hellworld more back then when we first watched them.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember almost anything from Hellseeker. And then watching these now, it is like they're both very, very bad. Like almost nothing is good about them in any way.
Yeah.
And then it causes me to question, what did I actually think the first go round?
Maybe, see, what's funny is that I was talking to you about Deader and I was like, I don't remember Deader at all.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, maybe it's one of the ones that I fell asleep during, because that also happened a lot back when we would watch these movies, is I would fall asleep.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. I truly believe that we've hit the place of this where it's like our brains have pushed the weaker ones out
Probably.
to retain the better ones.
And any sense of like humanity and consciousness.
Ty. Fly Guy
Fuck
Ty.
no.
Okay.
Fuck no. God damn it, no. Absolutely not. This is... I don't feel like I've seen too many movies that I would deem unwatchable. This is as close to unwatchable as possible. Like I fall asleep during movies sometimes because I'm sleepy or I'm high or something. But this one, I was honestly welcoming it. I was like, oh, nice. I get to fall asleep. Like this is,
would you have welcomed death with the same embrace?
I mean, probably. Like if you told me that I would have had to wake up and the movie would still be on, there's a good chance I'm like,
Just take me out.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
fine.
PJ, Ty dies on our couch in the middle of that movie. And we just assume he's asleep.
Yeah. How long do we wait?
Credits roll. We realize. Do we still record this episode like with him dead in the other room?
No, we record it with him propped up in the chair.
Okay.
And I do his voice. I love this movie. I'm Ty. I fucking love being the... Oh, that's a good question. Ty, do you recommend being in the Third Channel podcast?
Yeah, for anyone who's been a guest on our show so far and anyone who might want to be a guest on our show in the future.
Yeah.
Do you recommend?
As long as you know what you're watching. Because if they're just see if what they're inviting you to watch is known for being shit. Because if it is, it's all a joke. You're the joke. You're the butt of the joke.
He's right.
They're the reason they're having a good time is because they weren't watching the movie. They were watching me watch the movie.
Do you know what's funny? As I sit and think about all the movies that we've recorded with a guest, none of them have been bad.
No.
This is the one that was like even fucking Jason X is like famous and like silly, but it's got a lot of quality stuff in it.
Yeah, and like Dylan and I say, it's the best one.
Right. Yeah, I guess. But then like Halloween 3, same thing, but it's hugely popular to the point where we named our fucking show after it. This is the one where we had a guest on because of a bit.
Yeah.
This feels like the first time in a long time I can think like, oh, that's a half star. That's a half star of a movie.
If you could give it none, you would give it none.
If I could give it to the nun that was in the attic, I'd be fucking a sandwich.
Wow. I guess if we don't have anything else to say,
No, I don't have anything else to say.
One last question.
Oh shit.
because I have a question for you.
I was gonna. Okay, I feel like my question is gonna lead to more discussion. So you go.
Okay. Because you really didn't get a choice in this one, and we played a trick on you. If is the way you look at it.
We look at it as good faith, a handout to be friends.
Right.
But you look at it as a mean trick.
Mean spirited.
Yeah.
So if you were to like think of a movie that you actually wanted to sit down, watch, and discuss with us here on Third Channel, what would that be?
Well, I think my first choice would be Marcel the Shell with no shoes on. But then
That doesn't really
if
fit
we
the
could-
format at all.
No, I understand. Well, have you seen the movie? It's terrifying. But not including that one. I think Sinners would be pretty fun.
We should figure out a way to do that.
That'd be pretty fun.
Because that would be great.
You guys always bring me on for the black movies, so
Well,
You're the one that said it.
I don't know. God damn it, our white privilege again.
okay. But last
No,
question.
we bring you on because of pretty privilege. We discussed this.
Oh, how sweet. How sweet. What was my question? Actually, no. I don't give a fuck, but who the fuck is Adam?
Thanks for tuning into the Third Channel podcast. Please, if you have the time, rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any of your favorite podcast apps.
You can follow us on social media at Third Channel Podcast, and you can find me online at @DRosenberg.
You can also reach out to us at thirdchannelpodcast@gmail.com, where we check every message, we swear. Third Channel is hosted by PJ Minette
And Derek Rosenberg. Theme song and audio engineering by Fly Guy Ty.
a logo designed by Bell DeVelco.
Episode artwork by Nathan Walkington.
Keep it tuned right here to the Third Channel for all things horror. And remember, don't touch that dial. Egg salad and eggs.